I will just record this meeting just for the sake of Nigel's presentation, but hopefully everything you will learn tonight will be helpful in your personal business. So Nigel, here you are. Thank you very much.
Okay. You were breaking up a bit there, but yeah, I think I'll just get started. Let me just turn on my camera and hi. So basically, what is Google My Business? Uh, Before I start, a confession, I am really badly prepared, but I'll just go ahead and go through the stuff I've got. Okay. So basically, Google My Business, I'm gonna say GMB for short. So Google My Business, that's GMB, is a tool for businesses to manage their online presence across Google. So that includes when people search or through the Google Maps apps in the phones on Android or iPhone or whatever. So mainly through search and through the maps. So if you want to get your business to get that location icon on Google Maps, then you need to claim or register your Google My Business listing. And it also improves how your business appears on the Google search results. So that's basically what Google My Business is. And the benefits, I think it might be better to go through setting up what
Nigel, do you
on
want to share your screen perhaps? Do you have a screen that you'd like to share?
uh yes.
You have an
I
option
only
as
have
well.
I only have a few slides, so I'm going to share the
Thank
walkthrough,
you.
which I'm going to go through now. So let me just get the walkthrough ready. So I'm just going to go through how you get set up with Google My Business first. And let me share my screen now. All right. So we're on google.com. The first step is to check what the search results for your business looks like when you search for your business. So let's say, for example, if I search for, there's a local restaurant in Harare called Cafe Nush. And if I search for it, um, there's different locations. So I want to search for Cafe Nush Avondale. Sorry, Avondale. And these results, this result on the right hand side of the screen is the Google My Business listing. This is generated from the Google My Business listing that the admin for Cafe Nush created. So what you'll have is the name of the business. You can add your website, directions, and a button for with your that's connected to your phone number, so people can call you straight from search result if they're calling, if they are searching with a mobile phone, and all your details, the location, address, opening hours, phone number again, and etc. So if it's your business and you haven't created, and it's a big business, or if it's a business that's searched for a lot and you haven't claimed your listing, somewhere close to the top there'll be a prompt to claim this listing if it's not claimed. So if you search for your business and it turns up on the results as an auto-generated listing. So Google sometimes auto-generates listings if it finds that there's something that's being searched for a lot, um, that people search for a lot, and the details seem to line up with that thing, they'll auto-generate. So it will look similar to this that was actually created by the Cafe Nush Avondale restaurant. And so you'll get a prompt to claim that. If you don't get a prompt to claim that listing, then what you can do is then go to business.google.com. This is if you didn't get a prompt to claim your Google My Business listing. And then you have to create your listing from fresh, from the start. So this is the starting screen. So you can go either to sign in first, I guess. So you'll need a Google account to sign in with. If you don't have one, you'll have to sign up on Google and sign into your Google account. So I'm just using, this is one of my spare Google accounts that doesn't have any Google My Business listings connected. And then you can type in your business name. So I'm just going to type in, I'll just go Full Locksmiths. Is it one word or two words? I've forgotten. So this is kind of a local business. And yeah, they prompt you, can you find your business? Just click add your business to Google and type in the name again, Full Locksmiths. Hi, Lokesh.
Hello, Nigel. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. I'm just going through a walkthrough of setting up Google My Business.
Oh, that's great. Sure, please proceed. We'll have a look.
Okay, so then once you've put your business name, click next. And then in the business category, you can choose something. So it's important that you choose something that's closest to your business category here, because you only get one category. So I'm gonna say locksmith. This is just a made up business. And then here you can choose whether you want a location that customers can visit. So if it's a location based, if it's a business with a brick and mortar location, then you definitely need to have your address that customers can visit. But it's also okay for local online businesses to list their sites. So if you have an address that customers can visit, click yes. But if you're a local online store that visits that serves people within a certain location, whether it be a city or a province or something like that, you can click no if you don't have a physical store for people to visit. So I'm going to click yes because locksmiths usually do have a shop. So I'll click next. And then address, you can select your country. I'm gonna put Zimbabwe. Oops, my address is turning up for my autofill. So yeah, that's one of my addresses. And city Harare, and then click next. And then they'll, this is where Google will just check that there might be other businesses that have the same name or that look similar to your business, and just check that these are one of these businesses aren't yours. Um, my business, I named it Full Locksmith, and it's definitely not Safety Key Locksmith, definitely not Central Locksmith's kind key. So if you've created your business and these details match your business, then you can select one of these, but they don't select the details that I've created. So you can click none of these and proceed. So these are auto-generated from searches that people make and Google sees. So then I'm going to click next after this. And then it'll bring up a Google map where you can place the location pin exactly where your business is. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit and I'll put it somewhere there. And then once you put the location pin at roughly the exact position of your business, you can click next. And then you can also answer whether you serve customers outside this location. And then I'm gonna just click no, because I want to serve people within the city. And I'll explain more about that later, why you would want to do that. Then contact phone number. I just put any random number there. And if you have a website, you'll also put your website address here. At, I'll just say fulllocksmith.co.zw and click next. Okay, so you'll need a valid phone number. Okay, so I'll just put my phone number and click next. And then they'll ask if you want to get updates and recommendations or for your business on Google. I'll click no for now. I don't need that. And should be close to the, yeah. And that's the final step. And then click finish. And when you do that, you should be taken straight to your listing. Oh yeah, or one more step is when you create your listing, you've got to verify your listing with a postcard. So Google will send a postcard to the postal address that you put on the listing, and you'll have kind of like the same way you get SMS verification. So that postcard will have a code which will then come back into your Google My Business and verify with. So that postcard will go to this address that I put in. And yeah, you'll need to have a contact name for who the postcard is addressed to. And then you can just click mail to send it. So this postcard, it says it will take 14 days, but in Zimbabwe, last time I tried, yeah, it takes a really long time. So you have to really wait. can take up to 2 months, maybe even more, for us to get our postcard, the Google My Business postcard. Especially now with the lockdowns and all. If we go into another lockdown, it might take even longer. So I'll click continue. And then here you can add services. So copy building key, general repairs, installation. So I'm just gonna give general services for locksmiths. I'll put, and you can add custom services also. So key cutting, locally, locksmiths also seem to be the people who do engraving. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll just add those two and make this capital K and save those two. So these are kind of like keywords that if someone searches for key cutting, the locksmith service will turn up locally. And then you can add your opening times. So Monday to Friday, I'll say 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I'll add the same here, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, you can add the same hours on the rest of the days, or whatever hours you have. I'm just gonna save those two and add a business description. I'm just gonna make it brief, but you can make it as detailed as you want for whatever your business is. So key cutting, and replacements. Save, but they give you a space with 750 characters. So it's best to fill that as much as possible with a good description of your business. And save that. And add photos. So make sure that you add photos that are relevant to your business. So could be photos of your business premises, photos of your products, and photos of you carrying out your services, whatever they may be. So it could be of a locksmith helping someone unlock their door, or it could be products like padlocks, keys, safes, things like that, things that a locksmith normally would have in their store. So I'm going to skip this. And then you can continue to your profile. And then here's where you can see all the features of your Google My Business listing. So I'm just going to click get started. So you can create posts. It's kind of similar to WordPress posts. When you create a post on your Google My Business listing, whenever someone sees it on search results, the post will be visible. And a good thing about this, there are WordPress plugins that you can add to your WordPress and connect to your Google My Business. so that you can create these posts within WordPress, and then they'll automatically show on your Google My Business listing. So they're kind of similar to WordPress posts. Things that you would put on these posts are things like updates, like if you have a sale, or if you have some kind of promotion, you could put it on the post, or if you have a new service, or if you might be closed for uh, or like say if you're temporarily closing the business, you can create a post here. And yes, so that's where you can add your posts. Info is your business info on the left. So I'm looking at this left sidebar. And then insights is a great thing. um, Now let's see if I can bring it up. The benefit of insights is you get to see the number of people visiting or seeing your business on search results. So let me try and get the insights. So I created a screenshot of some insights for a business that I have a listing for. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. So let me just bring it up. Where did it go? Yeah. So there's these two screenshots. So this one shows in the past month, I created a Google My Business listing for them in, I think, around January somewhere, and it was just a plain Google My Business listing, and created a one-page website with just a description of their business. So on their website, there aren't any visits or any activity, because it's just a one-page website with a mail form and uh, and a business description. So with a contact form and a business description. So there isn't much activity there on the analytics in terms of visits or anything. But on the other hand, the Google My Business listing this month has 2 requests for directions and one call request. And then it also has, let me bring up the other screenshot. So this is the other activity. So in the last quarter, so that's the last since the 1st of September up to now, this is showing that it's been seen 3,023 times on on Google Maps, and in search it's been viewed 81 times. So which is way more than on their website on the other hand, which on the Google Analytics shows that nobody has visited their website. Um, so let me come back to the listing tab here. So that's the insights. So before you'll need to verify your business so you'll need to get that postcard first and verify your business before you can see those insights. And then another benefit is reviews. So customers can leave reviews on your listing. So a good feature that comes with this is they'll give you a link where you can then link straight to your business to a link that you can share with your customers so that they quickly get to your business reviews page on the Google My Business listing, where they can review quickly. So you can request reviews easily. And another advantage of this is that you can then put those reviews in your website, and customers can also send you messages. Again, you can post photos. We saw that earlier, and you can post products. And I think you can link this to your WooCommerce store. I'm not sure. I know you can link Facebook, but I haven't tried linking this to your WooCommerce. But I think you can. I forgot to research that. And then you can also create your services, and you can connect to your website, and you can add users who can manage your Google My Business listing. So that's about all of the features. And then I think we can talk about the benefits. So let me stop the share or share a new screen. Which screen do I want to share?
Thank you, Nigel. This is amazing. Seriously. I just wanted to ask you, do you have any data on, I mean, at least from my perspective, I don't know, but when I see like this Google My Business, this ID, it's really good. I always follow it. I don't know what's the case with you, but I trust it and I'm happy to find it and all the information's there. I think it's a great customer's experience as well.
Yeah, yeah. So that's part of the benefits in that when people find your business on Google My Business, it's also gives you a bit more credibility. People trust more the things they find in the search results. So if you have a Google My Business listing, then that boosts your credibility slightly.
Sure. Lisa, are you there? Could I ask you something? Maybe.
Hi, Maya. Yeah, sure.
Yes, Nigel was actually, I mean, I think asking as well whether this Google My Business has been inclusive already within the, I mean, it's cooperating with WooCommerce as well or not? I mean, does it fit?
I'm not sure actually.
I have the answer to that. So yes, it does work with WooCommerce, and there are plugins that help you sync your product category. All your products that you have on WooCommerce can be synced with Google My Business, Facebook, and other few parts. Yeah, so it can be done. Yes.
It's very interesting. I didn't
Excellent.
know this.
Uh,
So
yeah,
you can add
I
your
was
schema.
just guessing.
You can add your product schema. There's a plugin that does that. So you choose your schema and rich for your rich text for your rich results, and then you sync your product library of WooCommerce with Google My Business, connected to your Gmail account with where your Google My Business what do you call account is hosted, and that's how it works. It shows up all your products within a specified price range on a Google result.
Awesome. I learned something new tonight. Lisa, did you have any experience with Google My Business? I'm sure she's trying to unmute herself. That's cool. Do you so the graph that you're showing us, it's I mean it's some fake website, right? This is not from a real website, so it's not request directions and call for you. But what do people mostly press?
On
Is it website or it's a call?
most people will request a call depending on the business. So if it's an online business like an online store, obviously they're going to request the website. But if it's for example a shop where someone wants to get something urgently, or for example what we call in Zimbabwe panel beaters. I don't know what other countries call them. Panel beaters are where they repair accident damaged cars. So something like that, people obviously are going to request directions to visit or to tow their vehicle to there.
Sure. Sure, but I've also noticed there is a number of functions within Google My Business that you find in other plugins and perhaps that you use for within a different scope of work. So is it, I mean, Google has so many offerings. Is it complicated to include all of the Google products within a website?
I'm not sure what your question is asking. Can you give an example?
Like Google has options of email, so you have a email option, then you have the tracking options, the SEO options, and many different things, you know, and all of those things you also do in some other plugins that you really actually use, like Yoast, perhaps.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so the Google My Business the insights from Google My Business aren't connected to your website insights. They're separate from your website insights. So the stats that you get for Google My Business aren't the same as the stats that you get for your website. So they won't be connected uh, in the same way, like you're saying, using Yoast. Yoast won't have access to your Google My Business.
Lokesh, what do you have to say?
So no, there's nothing much over here. So I've used Google My Business for quite some time. So I was just looking at Nigel's representation to see if he was saying something new. Didn't find anything because I've come across all those aspects quite very well.
And do you think that Google My Business having this cycle fully finished, do you think it increases the profitability of a business?
So what happens is that if you're searching on a map or something, and that business pops up, that you're somewhere around that and business pops up, you end up going to that place. Maybe it can be a restaurant or maybe it can be a website where you can order food. Like for example, when I'm traveling, within the country, when pre-COVID, when I used to travel within the country, I used to go to Chennai, Kolkata. I would just, uh, what do you call, navigate to a place on Google Maps, and I would request Google, to recommend a very good restaurant for me on the way. So it would show up 5 to 6 options, and based on the rating, and based on the photos, I could select the place. So that way, it was a really good advantage. And if you suppose you want some food to order and you want to try out some new place because you already tried out a lot of places nearby residence. So what you can do is make a Google search, that this type of cuisine, I want this type of cuisine near me. So it'll give you some options, it will give you some online ordering options. So that's how Google My Business does help. Or if I'm looking for any professional services, say I'm looking for an accountant uh, within my vicinity because my old accountant is having some problems. I'm not able to reach him right now, and I have an emergency to file my taxes or get some compliance work done, or I need some advice on my financial matters. So that way, also Google My Business will enable me, will give me some listings of the businesses that are near me. And I can approach somebody.
So very soon enough, I believe business will be replaced with Word Google.
Mhm.
Yes, and so you had asked a question right about WooCommerce. So I'm just sharing my screen
Please
and
do.
I'm showing you an example. So 1 second, just let me. Okay. So you see this listing.
Mm-hmm.
I built this site for okay, my friend only, and you can see his products. So this is an e-commerce site. It's built on WordPress and WooCommerce, and all his products are synced over here.
Awesome.
So
That's
you can
great.
see this is all coming out from his WooCommerce library.
It's awesome. And it looks very nice, actually.
So yeah, his mobile number, that is the Google Business listing. So this is the maps. This is the logo, like this the photo of a product. The logo is here, and then you have products. So all this is managed from his WordPress site. So WooCommerce, like I said, WooCommerce does sync with Google My Business and shows you all this stuff over here.
This is awesome. I really like the photos that you put there. How's Diwali going? How was the weekend?
Uh, yeah, it was wonderful, but it was not. It was different than other years because of this pandemic. We are stuck out in our homes, but people are still moving